Today I'm hiking just a few miles. It's going to be the Sara Trail just south of Lake Havasu City. I really wasn't planning on doing any hiking, but I had to run up to Havasu City to get something, and I decided I'm going to stop off and just hike this little trail in this rugged terrain out here before it gets too hot. It's really rugged, pretty country out here. So I have no idea what this trail is going to bring. So I'm just going to walk it and see what I see. We're taking the yellow trail. It goes down into the canyon bottoms. And once again, it is historically hot out here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and it is already hot as hell. It's not hot as hell, but for this time of year, this time of morning, their normal high temperatures for mid-March out here are in the mid 70s, and it's already mid to upper 80s. Very rugged down here. But at least there's a breeze today, but boy, that sun tears right through me. Whew. I'm feeling it. The trail is well marked. I'm hiking down a wash, and I've brought 2 liters of water with me. And so that's not a lot for hiking in the desert. So I figure I'm gonna go until I'm out of 1 liter, then I'm gonna turn around and come back up. So however far 1 liter takes me. This is probably just gonna be a 3 or 4 mile walk, something simple. But I am going down a wash, which means I'm gonna have to walk up the wash coming back. And you can hear my crunchy footsteps. This is loose gravel, pea gravel. I'm sinking in, so it will be much more difficult when I come up. This is kind of cool down here. Look at these rocks. Wow. Also have to be very careful when I'm walking around these boulders that there's not a rattlesnake or something sunning itself. Got some canyon coming up. That's really neat. Very rugged out here. Oh wow. It's kind of almost like a slot canyon in here. This is really cool. It's really pretty. Not quite a slot canyon, but close to it. It's a canyon. Made it down the rope. Little rappelling I had to do, not much, but this is so cool. Look at that. This is just south of Havasu City in west central Arizona. This is so cool. Little rappelling action here. About maybe 7-foot high cliff that I have to just walk up. There's the top. Let's see on top. Made it. I wish I could video myself rappelling, climbing, but I have to have 2 hands and 2 feet to scale that smooth rock. Pretty easy though. I probably could have done a 30-foot climb like that, but I'm glad it was only 7-ish, 8 feet, maybe 7 feet. Canyon's lighting up nicely. Quite a climb now. I turned around in that slot canyon. There were some sort of sketchy areas I just didn't feel comfortable doing by myself. If I had someone with me, no problem. But all it takes is one little slip up and I'm in a really bad situation with limited water. So I opted to be smart about it and turn around halfway through it. There was a big boulder in the way that I would have had to have hopped up and over. That would have been a challenge to get back up and over coming back. I know I could have, but like I said, one little slip up and suddenly I'm wedged in there and then I'm in a real bad situation. So I decided to do this instead. Really pretty up here too, but it's quite an uphill climb. Climbing this little, I don't know if you call it a hill or a mountain or what. I'm gonna call it a mountain because it makes me sound more rugged, tougher. Scaling the mountain. Almost made it to the top. I'm at 28,000 feet right now. Actually, I'm at take a couple zeros out of that. I'm probably, base I think is 400 feet. I'm probably up to 1,000 maybe, 1,200. But once on top, great view. Whew. There's the trail. That slot canyon that I turned around in comes out down there, and you just follow that wash. It curves around and goes down to, oh, is that Lake Havasu? I think that's Lake Havasu. And that would be really neat to follow it to the water's edge and back. But again, it looks like this trail actually intersects it after the slot canyons, but I'm already depleted my water. This was kind of an unplanned hike. I only have 2 liters, so I'm not going to chance it. I don't want to get way down there. I didn't bring water filtering for Lake Havasu, but I come out down there from the slot canyon, wind around a little bit, and end up at the water's edge. That would have been really neat. But I wish I would have known ahead of time that I could have just seen the slot canyons, turn around, come back down this trail, or maybe waited for someone and went through the slot canyons with them and done the traversing over those rocks and stuff. But I opted to play it safe today. Still, this is not a disappointing conclusion. This is a really neat view from up here. Headed back to the car now. Another reason why I turned around too, I'm hiking by myself. I'm doing these videos. There's rattlesnakes all over out here. And when I'm doing these videos, the trail does not have my 100% undivided attention. So that makes me a little nervous too. But this is a beautiful area out here. Sara Park, just southwest of Lake Havasu City. A neat little slot canyon, a little rappel and a climb out of it. Nothing bad. But by myself, I just didn't want to do it. Because like I said, the slightest little slip up and I could be in a bad situation running low on water. I'm almost out of water, but the parking lot is right up ahead. And it's already, the last hikers passed by said it was already 92 degrees out. Be careful. And it's 10. I passed them at 10, a little bit before 10:30 in the morning. Their average high temperature on this day is 74. So historic heat wave indeed. I will see you down trail. Never been happier to see this sign. The Sara Trail sign, the one I was supposed to be on. Another reason to turn around out here when you know you're gonna get low on water in case you get lost. I turned around because I knew I was gonna get low on water and I got lost. A little unnerving, but I just knew if I kept heading in the general right direction and I kept going up, I would eventually see something. I remembered this rock formation. I ended up coming from over there a ways off that trail somehow, and I was supposed to be over here. I have no idea how I did that, so I've made this hike quite a bit longer than it should have been. And all I know is the parking lot is right over there. So that's good. I'm just gonna head that general direction now. But that was a close one. I figured out where I went wrong. I'm still not quite sure how to write it, but I'm just going in the right general direction. I ended up on the Sara Trail, bicycle trail, by all the bike tracks in front of me, and not the actual hiking trail. So that takes you to a completely different spot. So I know the parking lot is over here somewhere.